Alright, here we are. I'll wait for a little bit for people to jump in. Assuming it is live. Are we live? People could just be busy, I'm pretty sure. There we are. There's some people. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Ayo. Yo. Hotel Mario. The Mario of hotels. Just give me 1 second. I need to adjust some things. I have a billion tabs open right now because there's a lot I just kind of had. I have a lot I wanted to talk about randomly today. Let's see here. I was originally going to do a stream using a different program, but I could not get it to work. I don't have the brain power to learn a whole new thing, so I'm just gonna stick with OBS, just OBS right now. I think we'll do just fine. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, how's everyone's day going? I imagine I'm a little bit later in the day, so some people are probably just getting at you know, whatever they do during the day. Hopefully y'all are doing well. I'm not looking at the chat right this moment, but I will be in a second. Just trying to make sure I have everything I need. You like Yokai Watch? I don't think I've ever had a distinct interest in Yokai Watch. Every time I see it, I'm very confused. I guess I don't hate it. I don't get the appeal. Then again, I've never really looked at it very hard. Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi? I hope she made... Could Pajama Sam defeat DSP? I don't know. DSP. I don't think DSP could defeat Pajama Sam. I think that's the real question you should be asking. I would kill to see DSP. Someone make him sit down and play Pajama Sam. Just the first one. I wouldn't even. I mean, any of them really. I wonder how far he would actually get. How bad would he be at the game? Could Pajama Sam beat Goku? Probably not. Pajama Sam's not that crazy. He does some crazy stuff, just a little bit, but I'm pretty sure most of his stuff is he's puzzle solving. He's not really actually doing crazy things. But yeah. Hey yo everybody. I see it's Mirai is here as well. Hello, hello. I wanted to do something because I saw a lot of people were kind of you know, it's a bit of a late moment. The frame one, you lied! I debated. I have it as another tab. Don't worry about it. It's one of the many things we'll talk about today. Also, I'm doing okay. Oh, no problem, Louis. Take your time. Work will be work. You gotta make that bank. I get it. I get you. Thankfully, all my stuff is saved in VOD form, which is pretty nice. Yeah. I wanted to do something just random. I'm kind of I'm literally got a little bit of a stomach ache. I don't know if it's because I ate something weird. Maybe I'm hungry. I don't know. But I know I wanted to do something. I am unemployed. Wee. Same, TBH. I have a lot of free time, so I was like, I gotta do something else. Yeah, Nora. I want to talk about Nora. Just like not. I didn't really have a big goal of Lawl stuff I want to talk about today. Just kind of general like stuff. Yeah, I hope you feel better later. I'm hoping I feel better during the stream. It would be nice if like I could get my mind off of it. It's not super bad, but it's like enough to like look. Oh, you're editing the thing we did, and you have me. Oh, that's gonna like make you go crazy. Yeah, like two of me at once. I can barely handle one of me. Although unfortunately cannot talk about it much because NDAs. You know what? I respect people so much when they work on stuff under NDA. Like it's probably really hard, especially in this modern day where like things get leaked all the time. Like that's a good sign of trust. Yeah. So you know, be proud of that. That means people trust you. And we don't get to work until later because then I get to watch the stream. Yeah. It means we can all chill out and just hang out. We won't talk about my funny hyperfixation yet. I just kind of wanted to randomly like jump on just a couple things. I didn't have too much I want to talk about other Lawls today. I saw this new moveset. I liked the previous one a good bit, and this creator I know is very open to feedback. So I wanted to at least talk about it at some point. And I figured, you know what, just open up with that, because I figure, you know, if you're the creator, you want to, like, you know, all feedback is appreciated. So that's what I'm here. Get ready in the middle of next month. Ooh, heck yeah! I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. I think overall, this moveset doesn't quite hit I think this moveset is fine. Honestly, I don't have anything really particularly bad to say about the set itself. But it would generally the only like thing I would add, just like as a suggestion, is I think everyone came into this set. I feel like most of the negative feedback you would probably like judge it for. It's a hip jump scare. Boo! Scary! Hey, what I missed? Not much. We just started. Just give a quick rundown on like what we're gonna do. We're gonna start out with some light Lawl talk. We're gonna bounce around a lot, by the way. Like I didn't really have any overlying plans of what I want to talk about Lawl-wise. Then we're gonna move on to something Mona Nerd talked about. If you're in Ori's Discord, you probably know what I'm referring to just from that alone. A certain game coming out in like just a couple days. And then we're gonna talk about hyperfixation of mine. Yeah. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. I do actually have music playing on this stream for once, like background music. That's something new. I figured I'd try that out at least. But yeah. So Lollythers Nora. So the first, I think the main thing I realized that probably would have helped this new Lawl a lot, or like at least this moveset a lot, is this Lawl, I didn't even realize, it doesn't really explain like what the source is. If you watch the source in this moveset, the character just kind of comes off weird. Like it's like simple, it's wonky, but it's like I can't really describe. It's strange. Especially as someone like I have no clue what Twinkle Nora Rock Me means, and I tried reading the description of to get more information. What might await her? Can she move more than 2 frames a second for once? That was the only tell of like anything I had about what the source is. I think with this moveset especially, just movesets going forward, appreciate is a brief rundown of what the source is and what the character is. Because when you look up what the Twinkle Nora Rock Me is, apparently it's like a really infamously bad anime OVA. So this is kind of like one of those bad movie or bad animation characters. But I wouldn't know it. I just kind of assumed she was just like a random anime source, just kind of being brought in. See, a little bit more elaboration up front probably would have been nice. Otherwise, I have like no problems with the moveset. I think I came to the moveset and I was like, okay, I still feel like I don't really get what the character is. And I think if I had that at the start to give me a little bit more of an upfront explanation, that would have been so helpful. I think the previous moveset doesn't hurt as much from it, because it's like a Game & Watch-esque character. Like, oh, it's a Game & Watch, like, horror creepypasta thing. Yeah, I can get that. I have no clue what this is. I don't know if it's like a random anime character or what. I had to go and look it up afterwards for more information. And so I have a loading screen that explains every character bio before every cassette. Yes! I think, like, some people do that differently. Some people, like, will have a little animated segment where they show off some random movement animation of the character with the text box above it. Some people do a character bio explaining, like, the timeline of when this character first debuted and stuff. There's a lot of ways you can do that. I think that would have definitely been really appreciated here. Yeah. There's plenty of ways to do that, but I think this would have been definitely like a good time to do that. But again, other than that, no real problems with the moveset. I think it's pretty simple, but it's also like, now that I actually found out later that it's meant to be, you know, bad animation character, I get it. I get it a little bit more. I'm more forgiving of it. That's really all I had to say about it, though. And next thing we have, I'm gonna briefly talk about this because this is awesome. This is pretty good. I do like a mix of a mini bio and the playstyle with Modern Nova. I agree. I also do like that. I do not like how everyone does it. Everyone has a way that's like, that's not too long and not generally too short either. It's always, people generally, I think that says something. Every character is gotten nailed down at this point. A playstyle description in the description is also nice, but yeah, that was the thing, is that even the moveset didn't really have much in the description. It had like one mention of the 2 frames per second thing. That was like the only hint I had of like what the character was like known for. But yeah, so Lawl Beatdown Standard Showcase. This came out for, I believe it was, yes, it was a 4/13. I think this is overall a really cool video. I think the thing I like the most about it, though, is the start, where we get a little bit more lore about John himself. A lot of the original starting roster of Beatdown are, you know, they're cool. But I feel like as this time goes on, I think Shad has even expressed that some of the lore behind how they got in is a little jank, because Markiplier gets a copy of the game, but it's never really explained how he gets to the mansion. So I like this way of, you know, just show off all of their standards and, you know, give us a little quick refresher on, and a little bit bonus lore on, you know, how the original characters got there. It's nice. I really like it. And the cool little lore doc in the description is very, very cool too. I like it. This is good. Also, is a really good inspiration for future standards. I agree. I think this is also a very good way of showing off standards. Lawl Assault has like a lot more. I don't know how I would describe it. It's more traditional in that it doesn't have like the HUD over everything. Like how Shad does, he has like the backer and the inputs up here. Lawl Assault did it differently, where it was like the screen was pulled back more. This allows us to actually appreciate the sprites a little bit more, which I like. And if there's any, you know, extra information, you instantly know where it's going to pop up right next in the description box there. Yeah, it was good. I like early day Lawl lore. Like, that's like not something we really got much from Beatdown, so I appreciate it, especially because it's like John. John's cool. I remember, I think I said in my tier list ranking that I wanted to see more of John, and I got it. I'm very happy with this. This is wonderful. John's a good goober. Ooh, my stomach. God. If I get up at some point, I will say it. But until then, I will take it easy. But yeah. Speaking... Wait, no, actually, someone else. Talk about Super Nintendo Chalmers. That's right. Ooh. Which move do you think is the best for all three of the characters shown in the video? That's tough. I don't think I could really say that off the top of my head. Because I don't know enough about, like, Lawl beatdown matchups. I know a bit. I've done a little bit with some friends. But, yeah, didn't have enough bacon today. Admittedly, I haven't had a lot of bacon in a while. I actually just randomly asked for, like, a whole plate of bacon, like, a couple days ago. I'm not eating any for, like, ages. And it was really, really good. Watch the John Classic mode, analyze how viable he is. We already did that! Not on stream, but we did do that. I did that with Plums. And, dash attack. John's a wonderful character in that the more you think about it, the worse he gets. But so much detail was put into making him, like, not work in like, a very confusing way. Haven't had bacon in a while? Blasphemy! I will confidently say, I am a great bacon fan, but you always want to, like, you know, you gotta, when you like something a lot, like a lot, you want to make sure it always, you know, has that allure, it's always special. So by spacing out whenever I eat bacon, it tastes even better. It really do. It makes bacon all the more special. And then I can also, I don't have to complain, like, I can be like, oh, I'm eating bacon in, like, decent amounts, because bacon is unhealthy. So if I wait, like, a couple weeks, and then just eat a whole bunch of bacon, that's fine, right? Right? Alright, also, yeah, actually, yeah, I will be right back. My apologies. Feel free to look at John. Alright. There we go, I feel a little better now. I was reading the chat. What are your opinions on the 2 recent XP movesets? YTP Mario, I feel like you need to watch it again. I don't mind it. I think it's fine. I feel like I remember it does focus more on Gears of Toasters, which is an awesome YTP. So I like the idea of it being more focused on that, even as short as that, short is. As for Battle and Chugs, fantastic, incredible, great. Really, really good. Really inspired pick. That's not a character I expected to be done in the Lawl community at all. I knew most of it, the guy from the Rainbow TV and the RTVS crew in general. I liked it. I think it did a pretty good job, justice to him. We could put together a DLC pack for the Law Gold roster. Who would it have? I don't know if I can answer that, but I will say I wanted to do my own Law Gold roster because I like the concept of it. Yo, my mouth, move, it's moving. I return. Yeah. You sorry about that? I do be a little sicky, but I am back. Also, I saw someone talk about the Chalmers, and another moveset. I probably won't be talking about any other specific movesets. The one by Sidestep I haven't seen, so I don't feel confident, like, just watching it right now and judging it up front, off the cuff. And Chalmers, I didn't really have much, actually, you know what? I think Chalmers, the thing I wanted to add is more so about the Lawl itself. So specifically, the thing I wanted to say is I like the little nod at the start. it's very cute. I do like that. Chalmers might be, I watch a lot of Lawl X movesets. Obviously, I've seen all of them ever since I did the tier list. I think Chalmers genuinely impressed me. Genuinely impressed me. It made me if this is what we can expect when the update patch for all the characters comes around, I will be very, very happy. The animation was stellar. I loved the moveset. I loved how a lot of the jokes were done. I loved how there was also a lot more flavor and how he has all the yells. It endeared me to the idea of Chalmers beyond, obviously I know him from Steam Hams. I've never really seen him outside of that because I don't watch The Simpsons. So it's a really good music because it gives you an idea of what the character is like, while still making him seem yeah, he is a Simpsons character. He has his own goofs and silly stuff. But then he's also just a fun guy. And also, I think the music for that set is really good. The music in that is awesome. That elevates it already so much. I think it might be my new favorite set from Thurston Law Z outright. I think it genuinely was very, very good, very, very impressive. Yeah, I know it was Hammer's project. Hammer did confide in me about the idea previously, and I was oh damn, okay, sure, go ahead. I am beyond impressed. I didn't go in with many expectations because again, I don't really know much about Chalmers. Yeah, it was really, really, really good. Honestly, thinking off the top of my head, he might be my favorite Simpsons character in Law right now. I just really liked his set. I loved how the Neutral Bee was kind of like Mrs. Mavilda, but more functional, beyond just being a joke thing. I love how he's kind of just a wall that can lock you in place and absorb damage and deal even more back. It's cool. It's really, really good. And the final smash is animated amazingly. It was so smooth. It's fascinating as it's the first Simpsons set that seems more based on the post-2000s era of The Simpsons. Maybe that's why I kind of like him. Because, like, he feels clearly different, but it works. I really, really like it. Which movesets do you like the most this year so far? Chalmers might honestly, like, be my favorite, I think, out of this year. Very, very impressed with that. Yeah, I was beyond, like, I mean, Chalmers doesn't, like, I didn't really know what to expect, so the fact that I came away with, like, that, feeling that positively, yeah, no, Hammer, you did amazing. Massive props. It's, like, especially for a character that, like, everyone's like, yeah, I mean, why would you make a moveset for that character? It's kind of like, eh. But no, I love it. It's great. It's really, really good. Also, hello. Even better than Steam's Hams Man from Hall Nova. You're a goober. Yeah, I'm glad Chalmers didn't stick as mostly just like a Law of the Lost thing. I like that he got to be part of like Throw Some Law Z. I love him there. It's really good. I love the H of the Honda. Oh god, I love that move too. It's so funny. Yes, yes. It's so nice to see how it's good to see when a person's just generally very passionate about a character, and it's like a character you don't expect, and then it just comes out amazing. It's such a good feel. Oh, it really is. Yeah, the Skinner, yeah, that you had to take advantage of it. There's also the one I'm saving for a certain occasion that wasn't seeing the video. Oh, I really liked it. I do like the uppy. I can understand that it was probably going to be the hardest one. I just think upbees in general are always like some of the harder moves to come up with, so I don't blame you there. I think that's probably where my only complaint really came from, honestly, was that when he throws the bottle, or he does the thing, and he kind of goes upwards, it's smooth. But like, I would have liked it if whenever he falls down, his legs kind of like it, you know, spray, or he looks down, like it feels more like a falling animation, basically, instead of kind of staying kind of static. That way, it kind of like shows like he really, you know, it's a small thing though. Like that's more so like a animation thing. Everything else is fantastic, and it still works as is. Final Smash is the hardest segment I've ever animated to date. That Final Smash segment genuinely really impressed me, dude. Genuinely. I know animation's like always tough, but like I keep going back to that part in the video of like Chalmers walking and climbing into the mech and then doing the attack. I'm like scanning over every part of it. Did anything cut off? Nothing cut off. Like, and there was basically no stank on any of it. It was incredibly smooth. Yeah, it like genuinely hats off. Like that was like I've seen a lot of giant robot Final Smashes, and a lot of them can be pretty messy because they're always like big things. That was really good. Really good. It is genuinely like the thrust of the slashes. Yeah, like I want to look at it, but I do. Yeah, I could praise it all day. Genuinely, it's just that impressive. Oh man, oh that's so good. Yeah, no, it is easily probably like my favorite set of the year so far. I will say any Lawl moveset that manages to surprise me and make me endeared to a character I had like no real knowledge of before is instantly up there as like one of the best Lawl movesets, period. Sizing the giant mech with the hardest part animating the segment? Yeah, I bet. Oh god, I bet. You made it work though, you really did. Up B and side Bs are hard, yeah. Oh god, that's right. I remember I wanted to do, I still want to do a video on like Lawl moveset stuff. Let me pull it up really quick. I have an unfinished doc in here in my files that I want to get around to, but I haven't really. You've probably seen me post this image though, once or twice. I'll bring it up real quick. Yeah, this thing. I was gonna do a video, another Lawl tutorial, talking about special move priority, and like how some special moves are harder to design than others. Because I think there's a lot of small complexities to it that a lot of people don't really talk about. But that was it really. That was really it. I'll eventually get around to this. No real motivation right now. It's a lot. It's pretty in depth. Oh, and then the new Simpsons episode gave me an animal form idea for Chalmers. Oh god. Oh, that's exciting. Tor would like to know your location. Tor does love his giant robots. It's so weird how much that Final Smash has kind of been upstaged by even more giant robots. Like, I think, like, it's kind of, like, crazy how much it's been updated. Like, how turned outdated. I mean, it's already really good. It's still great. But I think it's definitely been passed as, like, my favorite robot Final Smash now. Big robot Final Smash. But yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk about, actually, specifically, really the last Lawl thing I want to talk about right now. I wanted to do a video about it at some point or another. Yeah, side specials are secretly kind of like the hard one, because you have to make this the side special can basically be almost anything that wasn't in another special move slot, but you also want to make sure it fits there. And it doesn't need to go in like neutral B if it's like a different kind of projectile. It's like, it's very complicated. It's a pain. But yeah, I've recently, with the Lawl Beatdown Standard Showcase, I keep talking about how, well, I don't really keep talking about it, but the thing I wanted to hopefully do was like finish Yoshiki's standards before I do my next moveset. I'm probably just gonna just focus on doing Juno before I finish Yoshiki's, because Yoshiki's got like an up smash that's really complicated for me that would require a lot of custom animation. And I want to do it. I really want to do it. I just don't have the motivation right now, and I know if I'm just going to get stuck on it for like months, and it's never going to get done. So I'll probably be prioritizing Juno's moveset in the future. Well, where's the Lawl poster of all the giant robots? True! Coconut's giant robot, that's actually probably up there is one of my, is like my second favorite. I've been watching that a lot recently, and kind of, that moveset, I think I just watched it again, like, yesterday. The whole set. I definitely... Oh, God. Brain fart. Yeah, motivation is a wonky thing. Yeah. I getting the mood to just, like... I love Course Party, I really do. But I know, like, I want to also get another moveset done. Especially, like, I'm going to be going to college in, like, 2 weeks. So that's gonna slow my progress down on a lot of stuff even more. So I figure it's probably better that I focus more on something that's more fun to do than busy work. Well, Rich was so worth the wait. Yeah, now I remember what I was gonna say. Genuinely, that moveset is, like, so impressive. It blows my mind that it's, like, people were saying, like, oh, Heb, your first moveset was, like, fantastic. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. I definitely made some mistakes. I will gladly and happily say Coconuts is the best first moveset. I think that moveset is fantastic. That moveset is so good. I know that person's been in the community for a while as well, but, like, genuinely fantastic. Really, really good work. I was always kind of impressed by a lot of the animation that was shared of Coconuts before the moveset came out, and every time I go back to it, I'm like, wow, this is just, like, really, really good. It's really, really good. Trying to make the side special vehicle move challenge impossible. No, it's more like try not to make the dash attack a vehicle move. I feel like that's even more likely to happen. It's different if you can't rush art. Fighters have terrarium mounts for how fast they can summon a vehicle. True. Juno. Okay, so I call her Juno. I changed her name to Junie in Lawl because technically her name is Junie. She is Junie. That's her legal name. She's Juno to me. She is Juno. She is meant to be a parody of Juno, but like for me, like I have no desire to watch the original Juno disaster movie Junie, or I even call her just disaster movie Juno. But the only reason I changed it is because that's a really long name. I should just call her Junie instead. It'd be a lot easier, and for me, and like making all the HUDs and UI. So I will probably intermittently call her Junie or Juno, but I will probably call her Juno more because she's perfect. But yeah. I guess we can move on to the thing I wanted to talk about next, though. Jushimatsu of this decade. God, that's sorry. I forgot about Jushimatsu. Nissan. Y'all want to see a normal? You want to see a normal attack? You want to hear me? You want me ramble? You ready for a off-the-cuff art standard tutorial? Animation tutorial? I don't know. Because I'm probably not gonna do a Yoshiki standard showcase too soon. I want to share some stuff because I think I've noticed like after the Lobby Down Standard Showcase thing, it motivated me to want to talk about this again, and I'm probably just gonna do it on stream really quick. I think standards are. I mean, Mononerd made a comment about it as well whenever he did the retrospective of Law Chaos, and he was like, "Oh, talking about Junie's standard, I should bring that out." Actually, I forgot about that. That's also good to what I'm about to show. Talk about. Back here. There we go. Here we go. Alright, this is kind of big. You all know what this is. This is her funny back hair. Mona, it's not perfect. I definitely rushed it. I think it looks way better in the video in motion rather than close up like this. You could definitely see the imperfections, but I think normals are really fun to make, and I think like not enough people appreciate. You know, actually, no, I got a really good idea. Boink! Bonk! Oh, you can't hurt me, Juno. I'm impervious to damage. I'm impervious to bonking. I'm immune! Get my clip out, trust. Let me glaze. If you can get like the clip really quick, I'll pull it up right now. But because I think you said it better than I could. How like you said, I think you said something about like how when most people make normals, they don't really put as much like effort into like the after animation or something like that. I wanted to do a tutorial video about standards so bad, because I think standards are probably one of those things that are like really hard to like get people to explain, why they're so fun to make. I mean, it's June for a second. Oh, dang it. Might be. If you don't know who Sugar Punch is, I get a lot of my like inspiration for like animation techniques and like tips from Sugar Punch Studios. They just finally uploaded a video after like being on a giant hiatus recently. Hebla, false god. I could be God. I could be the God. You can't kill me. I'm a saint. And I think it's kind of hard to like, because I feel like if I make a video on standards, how many people are gonna click on like, oh, that sounds fun. I'm gonna watch people talk about standards. A lot of it is nerdy talk. A lot of it is a really animation nerdy talk. Garfeldy, yeah, Garfeldy. He's pretty peak. Yeah, check your DMs. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna get that really quick. See, this is why a mono nerd is the goat. The goat. Here we go. Alright. I'm gonna make sure this is worky first.
Ooh, amazing back air. Like again, like people like feel. I think people are. I don't want to call anyone out, but I think some laws just don't have that extra oomph to them. Like they don't want to go out their way to make more sprites.
Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Live action characters fucking suck when they're solo, but they look so good when they're animated. Yeah. That's a fucking movie and a half. Oh god. Live action characters can suck. Also, hey, yo, this is the guy. Is the ghosty goo. Oh god, what you missed? We'll just move on to the next section. You didn't miss too much.
Ooh, amazing back air. Like again, like people like feel. I think people are. I don't want to call anyone out, but I think some laws just don't have that extra oomph to them. Like they don't want to go out their way to make more sprites for standards. But like, look at that. Like, it goes up, has a falling sprite. Start up, whatever start up, boom. Then there's more startup after. I feel like most people just end the move around here, but no, there's more, slightly more. Goes up a little. No, there's like so much. There's like 10. There was like so many like sprites there. There's like 10 sprites there.
So about that, you know how many sprites were actually there? 6. That's the magic of animation, my friend. Uh, it is hard. Like, obviously, a lot of that was Frankenstein from, like, a bunch of different moving parts. I had to mess around with the legs of it. But, like, yeah, animation's hard. Animation's really hard. Like, sometimes it's very easy to sometimes do more and come out with less. It's like a tough balancing act. I can't count. No, it's funny. That was more of a jest, if anything. Don't worry about it. uh, yeah. I guess what I'll do is... So basically, if there's one thing I can suggest is, like, check out Sugar Punch Design Works, Sugar Punch Studios. They have they talk a lot about, like, fighting games and, animation from, like, a lot of different, sources. And they kind of, like, simplify it down to a bunch of terms. I think it gets better if you like think. I think it's hard because like people make standards, and I think it's more so like not like a desire to do it. It's more so I think people don't really know how to do it as well. Because again, it is hard. It's a big balancing act. Uh, One of my things I've started to pick up from Sugar Punch Design Works is if you struggle with something, a great way to like, especially when you need to make a move from scratch, look at a fighting game. Just look at like an actual fighting game. Like there are plenty of like animation details online. How a few sprites Isabelle uses? Yeah, It's literally just about like you gotta like piece things together with like as few resources as possible. It's more so just like making sure they look nice. Um, in Sugar Punch Design Works splits it up into a very simple thing where it's startup, and then like I think it's like the keyframes themselves. I'm pretty sure, and then the follow through. So you want to have like a good starting animation before attack has gone anywhere, the middle where it's probably already kind of hitting impact, and then the ending frame where it's kind of like fading away. And that's kind of how I went around with designing Juno, where like she obviously has to wind up with the bat, and then the swing part where it's kind of going midway, and then when it hits, obviously it hits, but then she kind of keeps turning. And because she's also doing in the air, her legs are also kind of flying out a bit more, like because it's just kind of a wild backhanded like swing. And that's kind of how I logicked it out. If you kind of like think of it like a when you're making an attack, there's going to be momentum. That's a good way of doing it. If you're a live action character wins a hypothetical empty slot of mine, oh dear, I pray for anyone who gets that. Fighting games overall are a great way to learn animation. This is very, very true. A lot of fighting games do like they are designed to like convey as much information into an attack in as few frames as possible. I think I said it before. Whenever I was designing normals for Yoshiki, I took a lot of inspiration for like stuff that wasn't Smash. But I also like it's important when you're also doing that, you want to make sure it also makes sense for the character. Obviously, like if it's a move they would need, like obviously Yoshiki he does a flying kick and a thing, but I didn't have a visual example for it, so I looked up a thing of Samus back air, which I remember it had a really good backwards leg pull, like tuck in and then kick outwards. Like it just worked in my head. And speaking of Yoshiki, another move I thought about, which you're gonna see it right now. Here's a new normal. Wabam! It's not too crazy. It's not too fantastic or anything. Uh, This was probably one of the first normals I think I made. uh, I'm still pretty proud of it. And it's also like I'm pretty sure it's literally it is also just 6 frames. It's also just 6 frames. Uh Most of my inspiration one of the things I was trying to think of was like, okay, so obviously I'm making sprites for an RPG Maker character. How do I make a down aerial for like this guy? Like what would that look like? And obviously, I know what do I know about Yoshiki? Well, he's kind of a jock. He's a bit of an ass. He's not perfect, but he does everything like as best he can, I guess. So my mind kind of like started thinking, and he's also heavyweight, and that was something I locked down very early. I knew I wanted him to be heavyweight, so I was trying to think of like what would be a good way of like conveying like a good attack. Well, obviously it's probably going to use his legs because RPG Maker characters, the legs are just, especially in a corpse party style, the legs are very big. And if you know anything about Sakurai and how he designs attacks, they take advantage of a lot of like notable body parts that are easy to like recognize in motion. Uh, so someone made a comment ages ago about how like Yoshiki's not really like kind of like Ganondorf. You're not entirely wrong because I got a lot. The first thing I thought of was Ganondorf down air. There's like some good animations of like just smash moves in slow motion, which are really great for if you need to like have an animation examples to make frames. Um, and obviously like here, Ganondorf kind of like he tucks in his legs, he slams them down, and then he relaxes. It's simple. Like obviously you get what it is. He's doing a powerful like he's feeling like he's doing the big old stomp. So and that made sense. But I wanted to do that, but I had to remember Yoshiki's like a high school teenager. So he's not the king of evil, obviously. So why I wanted to do that, I want to change it a little bit. So it kind of turned into what people would later call more Dr. Mario esque, where he lifts his arms up and then tucks his legs in, and then he slams down, and it just comes out like really really nice. Let me like get the 2 frames. I believe it's frame 3. Yeah, frame 3, where he kind of like tucks in, like he's holding back. Like he's obviously he's not a fighter or anything, so he's kind of just winging it. And then whenever he slams down, I actually extend his legs sprites to be a little bit longer than they normally are. and then obviously they eventually kind of pull back and relax. I have a frame for that, but then I also have one final frame where his like feet kind of dangle, like look, he looks very silly like that. But that was like the best way I could convey the attack was kind of over, and he wasn't like putting all his energy into it anymore. Uh, and all in 6 frames, all in like 6 frames. A lot. There's a lot of like a lot of thought went into it. If you think about attacks like designing normals like that, that kind of thought process I was doing there, they come a lot more natural and a lot more easier. Because this is also something he doesn't do in the game. I had to come up with this, and I think it works pretty well. He's not the king of evil, besides the kings of evil. Oh, that's really fucking good. Oh, that's a. I wish I could pin that. I kind of want to pin that, or I could star that. You get pinned because you're awesome. That was really funny. I'll pin that for a little bit. That's a really really good joke. Ah, that's really funny. But yeah, um, I may eventually do a video on this kind of topic. It is hard to just talk about because I feel like it gets boring really fast. Talking about frames and like animation, people just want to like see the stuff. But it's fun. It's genuinely really really fun if you actually want to do it. All right. I think that's enough Lawl talk now though. I'm gonna move on to a new wonderful thing. Moner tweeted this out, the motherfucker, the dingus. Uh, New Danganronpa game is coming out. Well, not a Danganronpa game. It's more so like because the Danganronpa creator left the company after V3, and he opened up his own studio, and he's been doing a whole bunch of stuff. And I'll be the first to admit, I think it's taken him a while to get going. I was very obsessed at the start with a World's End Club, and then it came out, and I really hated it. I really did not like it. I was very let down by the concept because I think there's been that much help with sprites ever. Yeah, there isn't really that much for that. Maybe I will eventually do that. It would be a good video just to have out if people like want that advice. About what's in the bottom right quarter. Me! I'm there! I'm here! I'm here! It's me. I'll talk about me. I'm so green. I'm green and wonderful. I have glasses. They're pretty really good. Yeah, but yeah. 6. Like 2018, you want Sprite out? Too bad you're on your own, buddy. Every man for himself. Survival of the fittest. Lettered. Yeah, yeah. Nowadays, I think I want people to be creating at their best, and sprites or like in general animation. That's why I try to recommend as many sources as possible. No, obviously on the bingo card, never opened, never enjoyed. 6. Oh yeah, we'll get to that shortly. Uh, I want to quickly just give a quick rundown because I don't know how much I've never really talked about it. Like obviously I have Terra Terror on my roster, but that's because I'm like hyper obsessed Terra Terror fan. I really like Terra Terror. Um, but I wouldn't really say I'm really big on the Danganronpa games. I mostly just watch other people play them, really. And then I bought them myself, and I didn't really care. I just kind of like play the content I didn't get to see from other people. But yeah. Then Tribe 9 was announced. That cool baseball action game RPG thing. Then COVID happened, and then it's been 5 years, and now it's only finally released, and I've kind of lost all interest in it, unfortunately. As hype as I was about the original thing, yeah, it kind of faded away. And then I saw there was the Rain, the new Detective Rain thing. I forget what it's called off the top of my head, but I know Plums liked it. I'm pretty sure Mono Nerd also really likes it. I don't know if Cheesy beat it. I think but maybe he liked it. I don't know. but I wasn't really crazy about it. I wasn't really crazy about it. I don't know what it was. And then 100 line Defense Academy bingo came out. No, not bingo. The 100 line Last Defense Academy. Uh, this kind of snuck up on me. I kind of just randomly got a video about it, like literally just yesterday in my feed, and it was like, yeah, it's Kodaka's newest project by his studio. If it doesn't sell well, the studio will probably close down. Oh no! But apparently, he considers it his best project to date, his magnum opus. Uh, it apparently does genuinely have 100 endings, which I was like, okay, wow. And it goes by a 14 character system where it's a strategy game and how the story can kind of change. It's like kind of Zero Escapey, but like it's a strategy game, and it's like, oh man, it's so good. I played the demo for it yesterday, genuinely fantastic. I had like I was like blown away by how much I enjoyed it, and like while still having a lot of Kodaka isms, I loved it a lot. I really, really loved it a lot. And then Modern, and I found out like it was gonna take the 100 endings. That's ridiculous. It is like like you hear that and you're like, I don't know about that, Chief. That sounds like you kind of were you're gassing it up a little bit. I don't know if I believe that, but no. Apparently, it is genuinely like 100 endings, which sounds incredible. Like, and apparently, one of their main goals was making sure like all the endings had similar value to them, and they weren't all like too crummy. They all had to have purpose in some way. Um, I'm gonna actually quickly pull up something that I saw. It comes out in 2 days. I'm gonna pull out the Kodaka's tweet about it because it is genuinely like really impressive. Here we go. Yeah, 100 branching paths. There's no cheap bad endings, which I actually was like, okay, I can see it. I actually like that. The story genre changes depending on what you do. Apparently the script was weird. And then like the art for this game is still in the Danganronpa style, but it's so good. Uh, yeah, I was overall pretty pleased with it. The game was really really great. I can't wait for 2 days to pass. So I'm monitoring. I'm pretty sure you have something in the background. You're listening to me do this. Uh, I am probably going to like fill out this bingo right here from like I'm gonna save it your bingo. It's mine now as well. Uh, and I'm gonna just for fun, I'm gonna do it. Uh, so if you want to avoid spoilers for even just like what's in the demo, maybe tap out and then yeah, then we'll get back to it. Portrait look. It is. It's fucking beautiful. This game's beautiful, man. Like I was genuinely blown away by like how art. Oh, the game is so good. The gameplay trailers don't really do it justice. I think if you go in, this might be his like best looking game today. Like honestly, it was wonderful. All right. Where screenshots? Here we go. Here we go. Actually, how do I do? Wait, I think I have to like paint on it. I'll have to make a new window for these. You know, G creator, it's more of a bloodstain or a control. Yeah, like that's the thing. It's like it is like a bloodstain. It really feels like it's that, where like it's the original creator coming back, and it's like it's clearly like it's there's the flavors and things are there, but you can tell that like just how much effort they put into it. Like I can definitely believe like the effort. I'm back where on my thing. Yeah, I'm literally about to fill this sheet out based on like what I played in the demo. So if you want to tap out Mono Nerd, maybe do that, and we can come back because I do want to talk about it. And I thought your bingo was funny, and I do want to like discuss it. Uh, Hell, I might even like talk about the characters. I don't know. I just liked it. I just want to talk about it because it was good. I might even stream it when it comes out. Snipping. Where is it? There we go. How do you guys like my sheet before I go? LOL. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think the sheet is pretty good. I think it's like it's good. I think it's really good. It's really really good. I think it's peak, and I think Nerd is gonna get so trolled when he plays the game. Hee hee ha ha hoo hoo ha ha hee hee. Wait, why is it not showing up? Hey, where the fuck? Why is it not showing up? Actually, okay, never mind then. Boo. Alright, what if I do... Can I do it with the snippy tool? No. That don't work either. Dang it! Crap! Uh... How am I gonna do this then? Alright, Can I draw on... Goonies just Scrumpus McGumpus has risen. Scrumpus McGumpus has returned to us. He's risen again. Scrumpus McGumpus. Anything I missed? Yeah. We talked about your thing at the start. I offered like some like small like a little bit of feedback, but overall, I didn't really have anything negative to say about the Nora. I thought I am very very excited to see what you do next. Uh, Now we're kind of just talking about my hyperfixations right now. Hey, what if I had defense, raincoat, and world end club? Wait, what do you mean? Like play them or defend them? I'm so confused. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Actually, think I can do this for some reason. It's not showing up my paint.net. So we'll just say this is a good bingo. Maybe I'll do it another time. I don't know. Defend them. Defend them. I mean, Raincoat. I hear people just generally really like it. It's more so World's End Club that I think like I would be interested hearing on the take on. I will happily admit I know there was more to it. I was more so just kind of like. I think it also didn't help that it was the first project that came out after he left. I was like, okay, I'm ready for another killing game, and it didn't happen. Yeah. So I would definitely like to see a fresh take on it. That's like from someone in the community because I was pretty sour, big sour. But it's also been like a couple of years now. Uh, yeah. Depends. All right, now here's what I think we should actually talk about. Oh, so we talk about Danganronpa stuff. Yeah. Not Danganronpa specifically, but like the new Kodaka, how Kodaka's like newest game project that's coming out in like 2 days. 100 line that Last Defense Academy. Uh, Actually, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna say, Mono Nerd, leave right now. Leave it. Leave. Skedaddle. Disappear. I'm just gonna ramble out really quick. What happens on this bingo within the demo? Because It, I just want to talk about it. I really want to talk about it. Oh god. Uh, all right. I hope you get out of here. Scram. Boo. Chewy. So yeah, you can draw me a screenshot of it. I could probably do that as well. Maybe I might do that and send it to me. But also, get out of here. Scram. Spoiler time. Yeah. So if you know the Danganronpa creator, he has his 18 plus jokes. It's just gonna happen. Hold on. Where's my tier list of like all the characters? Like it didn't really change. I did it before the demo was over, but after the demo was over, my consensus was still the same. Uh, Holy shit. There's like I made a whole spot on the tier list for one specific character, and that's the what the fuck Kadaka character. Yeah, good time to rewind. I'm gonna talk about spoilers. It's like not a big deal. Like I think like it won't hurt your enjoyment too much, because especially since it's the demo, you can play it right now, and there's no reason not to. But yeah, I will talk about spoilers. If you care about the 100 line at Last Defense Academy, definitely like rewind, and then I'll like say something, or I'll tell everyone to yell at you guys when we're done. There will be a green human character. What? Yeah, you never know. You never know. But yeah, the what the fuck the Kadaka character. I thought, what is the best? I'll talk about like more law stuff in a bit. Yeah, who's the clown lady? She's pretty. The clown lady. Oh, that's the blue girl. I forget her name already, but like she was great. She's really awesome. Her whole entire personality is like genuinely. I love it because like it. The thing with Kodaka is like he obviously has a list of characters that change. Obviously, as the game goes on, the characters you get more beyond their base gimmick, and they evolve, they grow, and they change. I'll talk about the what the fuck Kodaka character after I talk about the clown because I actually like the clown girl, and that should still tell you how bad that guy is. Um, so clown girl. Her entire personality is a Danganronpa fangirl. I am not kidding. She literally exists to be a hyper obsessed. Oh, it's a killing game! Yippee! Oh, and when's ever we're gonna die soon? And she makes so many references and keeps talking about how this is totally a killing game. This is awesome. It is genuinely hilarious because like it is like if he literally pulled a crazy hyper obsessed Danganronpa fan into his game. Genuinely. There's so many jokes and things like about it. It is hilarious. And like she sounds insane because like obviously like this is not if you it's not a killing game. That's the whole point of the game. It is not a killing game. Uh she's awesome. She's also one of the only characters that helps you out at the start of the game. She's also the first character that technically dies in the game, which is even more funny. That sounds like it's a spoiler, but it's not. The game will explain it. But yeah, and then as you keep playing, after like it starts, obviously like she's super hyper obsessed with like death and people dying. But then like it kind of like starts revealing like, oh, I don't really want calories, or I don't want to eat too much. And she has like a very elite nerd gamer like vibe to her as well. She says a lot of weird outdated terms. Like I'm pretty sure she says lead hacks at one point, like get pwned. I've never heard someone say that in like ages. And then it kind of starts setting it, oh my god, this person is very troubled, like genuinely troubled. Like they in the time that I played it in the demo, it kind of laid on the fact that like she's like she doesn't really like to eat hard foods, or like she needs to like eat like weird stuff like sweets and things that like are not hard on her jaws. It sounds like she has terrible constitution. Please tell me she wanted to die. No, yeah, she is absolutely suicidal. That's literally like she. I think she literally like lays it on thick a couple times. It is can I say that on YouTube? I just realized that. Whoa. Well, don't worry about that. But like, it's genuinely really interesting, and it makes me so excited for the full game because you can tell that like he Kodaka made the craziest clown hyper obsessed fangirl character, and they're gonna pull back every single one of those layers to make her like become like a really awesome redeeming character. That's generally like a really good person. So I'm very very excited for that. And now we're gonna move on to what the fuck Kodaka tier because I need to talk about this piece of shit. This is the fucking Kodaka like likes his lewd characters, right? He does. He loves his lewd characters, and because he likes giving a lot of personality. He likes the really perverse people. Is Stu? Yeah, that's I say. Yeah, I'm Stu. I'm like all crazy for Stu. I am Stu. uh, so there's like two characters here. There's a character and like barely a character in What the Fuck Kodaka. They're twins. They're twins. That's their whole personality. Uh, I think they honestly might be my least favorite. I mean, like the reason why he's the guy is in What the Fuck tier is because I found him so absurd. It wrapped around to being like, oh, I was always like curious how he was gonna one up himself the next line. Um, and then his sister is like barely a character. So from what I've gathered from these two, they're twins. They might be homeless. They might be homeless. They might have been homeless for a very long time. Um, they're very obsessed with each other. The brother is hyper obsessed with his sister. I don't think I need to say more than that to imagine where that goes. He says some really weird stuff. It's pretty bad. It is kind of like he has some really freaky sprites when he gets really into what he's talking about. And it's kind of just brushed off as like, oh yeah, he's just like that. I guess twins are just like that. No, I think he's a little. I think he's a little weird. Yeah, Mira, I immediately got it. Yeah, that's his character, and he finds every time he appears, he one ups himself. He makes almost every single line about like his sister in some way or another. It is insane. It is genuinely insane. And I want to quickly get into like one of the other aspects of the game. So obviously, it is a strategy game. He's the cast is weird in that you don't get to play as everybody at the start, which I was surprised by. I thought it would just be an open like a strategy game, but apparently no. You only get access to a couple of the characters that are willing to help you at the start because they're not babies. They're willing to fight. Um, and then like it was interesting to have like an entire half of the cast not be cooperative because like in a Danganronpa game, I feel like that goes away after like the first couple chapters. They kind of get their butts in gear and they're willing, but even then, they usually participate in the first trial. The best way I can describe it is, what if half the class genuinely didn't show up for 2 chapters? They just didn't want to participate in any of the big events, and Monokuma just let it happen. Like it's weird. But I like it. It makes me more interested in these characters because there are some really nice characters that don't want to like help at all because they're afraid. The twins are the worst example of this. That's the problem because the girl goes like, "Oh, I don't want to get hurt. I don't have." She doesn't want to do anything. She has barely any lines. She's just kind of a baby, and her brother does basically all the speaking for her. Where he's like, "Ah, if my I don't want to. I don't think my sister should go out there, so I won't either. I need to be in here with my sister. I think it's just nicer to be in here." It's like, dude, you like he's the most egregious like example of that. Like, dude, literally come out here and help us, and we can protect your sister. She can stay inside. Sure, whatever. Let's just do that. He doesn't want to do that. He just kind of keeps like putting his hands through his hair. He's like, we're not going to help. We're going to stay inside where it's safe, where my sister is. I'm like, He does it with the same happy sprite that he has right there almost all the time. It's really, really, really egregious and really annoying. He's probably like, oh. But in the fact that but like, it makes me more interested in him because like he's genuinely so hyper obsessed, and the fact they might have been homeless makes me more interested in like, I don't know, like maybe like they had like they obviously had to survive together and like scrounge out for food and stuff. So maybe that's why he's like super fixated on her. But like it's annoying. He's a weird weirdo. Yeah. There are a lot of changes I've been thinking about almost touring, but I want to keep the bio stuff in mind for future sets. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Yeah. That's a good change. Um yeah. Overall, I think this cast is pretty great. Generally, like I think everyone outside of like maybe like there's like the weird cartoony guy with the green hat, like the Mickey Mouse hat. His character is like, I'm a worm. I'm a worm. Don't look at me. I am not worth anything. That's his entire personality. He says it almost every single line as well, and it's really, really, really annoying. Um, he also doesn't really ever want to talk to you, which makes it even more annoying. But I bet he'll be interesting later. I kind of just accept that he's there, and like he literally says, "Oh, just pretend I'm in the corner and don't acknowledge me." I literally just started doing that because, like, okay, man, whatever. I get your gimmick for right now. I'll wait until you get your development and stop being like this. And then the girl next to him is weird because, like, I think I like her more than just eh. She feels like she should be higher because like she's one of the characters that's really open to talking with you, but she's a mechanic. She seems pretty capable, but like she's the biggest baby out of all of them. She won't like help you at all, which I thought was like interesting. Would you still like me if I was a worm? Yeah. Not my favorite character archetype. At some point, I just want to like I want to like bonk you over the head and be like, hey, stop doing that. Be nice to yourself. Let's go eat something nice. Treat yourself a little bit. Don't be like that. It gets to a point where it's like I stop. be be Practice self-confidence and positive thinking. Granted, maybe that's rude coming from me because like I am empty brain, positive thinking all the time. Yeah, I mean this demo maybe they will improve. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to improve because again, there's 100 endings, and the game works by 100-day cycle, and the game only goes up to the seventh day, so you only get to play like a week. Um, and it's so good. It's so good. I'm so excited to see like how all the other characters play whenever I eventually get to unlock them. It's literally just like main character guy, uh, jock dude, crazy lady, clown girl works with you, and then uh, the coolest goat, Ido, I remember his name, is unlocked on the final day of the demo, and it's really fun. It's really good. Imagine if Heavy Weapons Guy was part of this cast for no explicable reason. Honestly, I would actually like to see a TF2 character take place in. Give us TF2 Danganronpa, guys. Where's that Fanganronpa? God damn. No. But, like, I feel like they could fit in this setting. So yeah. I think that's enough of Danganronpa. Alright, I'm gonna dip. See, no, actually, no. I'm gonna keep talking just a little bit more because I saw this. He had this tier list and it was funny. So yeah, that I want to talk about it because that's why I laughed when I saw this because the incest joke. There's an entire character that's literally just that character comparing this to a video game. Yeah, they do that. The killing game thing is also muscular characters are doomed. I don't really know. I don't really think I can answer that. Problematic character? I mean, it's like kind of goes hand in hand, doesn't it? One chapter of the game will suck. Doesn't seem like there's chapters. It's just going by day by day. So yeah, ghosts. No. Danganronpa reference. Literally, Clown Girl is an entire Danganronpa reference. We're talking about the 100 Line Last Defense Academy, the new Danganronpa game. Not Danganronpa, the game by the Danganronpa creator coming out in like 2 days. So we're talking about early demo spoilers, and then we're gonna talk about other hyperfixations of mine. We did a lot of law talk earlier, but yeah. Uh, so yeah, the word virgin will be used in some form. I'm pretty sure that happened. I'm pretty sure there is a green character. Yeah, that's about it. All right. Uh, Actually, no. The visual novel parts will be funner than the actual gameplay. First of all, funner isn't an actual word. Okay, but no. Gameplay was actually awesome. I'm a strategy game fan inherently, so I really like the gameplay. But yeah. All right. Now we could move on to the next thing. Now we can. If anyone wants to get Mono Nerd, you can come back now. We're gonna be so nice. We won't spoil anything. Uh, I'm also gonna get a drink real quick. Danganronpa. Yeah, not Danganronpa, but like Danganronpa creators' current projects. All right. So yeah. Let me quickly check to see, out of curiosity, how many people are still here. Just kind of curious. Have we added to the Lawl SpongeBob age? Get ready. Oh god, we gotta throw a surprise return party for Mono. Quick, everybody, hide! Uh, Alright, only a couple people left. But again, some people had to avoid spoilers, so that's totally fair. That's understandable. Uh, yeah. I am so excited for my monitoring return, so I can talk about my next hyperfixation of the day. Because it's pretty epic. It's pretty cool. And I just want to talk art. I want to talk art a little bit, and then game on stream. Let's go. Alright, alright, alright. Mona Nerd! Get back here! Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? So, I have a question for all of you that are still here. Uh, how many of you played old MMOs? Like, the old, you know how, like, Toontown, like, Pirates of the Caribbean Online, all that stuff? Anyone ever did a little bit of that? Real curious. Do we perhaps even we're gonna leave the crossover still tell Lana. Gasp! I won't tell. I so won't tell Mono about the next cross-up moveset. It's gonna be like epic. I did play some MMOs. Perhaps did anyone perhaps play? Yeah, Flunky. That's true. You did. I forgot Flunky is in Lawler's mod, which base pick. I like that a lot. I still haven't seen that set. I need to watch it at some point because I am actually curious about it. All right. Does anyone know what Fusion Fall is? Does anyone know what Fusion Fusion Fall is? Does anyone know? Does anyone know the wondrous fusion of Fall? All my fans are leaving, and damn, this is so sad. We went down from 11 to 8. Rip. Played Wizard 101. I also played a lot of Wizard 101. I remember I jumped ship to Pirate 101, and then my account got all messed up, so I never got to play it again. I was very sad. I know entirely because that's right, actually, yeah. I imagine some people probably do know of it because whenever I showed off my old Law Chaos consideration list, Fusion Fall Dexter was on there. I think a lot of people know Club Penguin. I mainly played Fusion Fall Heroes when I was younger. Okay, that's actually I've always been curious about like I played a little bit of that as well whenever it was live. Uh, so I think it's pretty obvious now what I'm leaning into. I'm a big Fusion Fall head. I love Fusion Fall. Fusion Fall has been like one of the. I grew up with a lot of them. I played Parts of Caribbean Online. I played Toontown. I played a lot of Fusion Fall. I played the Lego MMO. I played Free Realms. If anyone knows what that is, I feel like that's like one of the ones that just doesn't really like ever get brought back ever by fan projects. The Cartoon Network MMO. Yes, that's the one. Let me let me reveal to you. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the music. I don't know how loud it is, but I'm turning it up. Game's good. Game peak TVH. You can play it. You can play it. You can play it. There's a wonderful, wonderful thing called Fusion Fall Retribution. It's really good. It's really neat. There's also just Open Fusion in general if you want to play the original versions of the game. I prefer Fusion Fall Retribution. I wanted to talk about it a little bit because more people need to know about this wonderful thing. Hebla if he was Count Dracula. That's literally whenever I see my name taken like Hebla, I go Hebla, Hebla, Hebla. And that's never. No one ever takes that. No one ever takes that. The one thing I wanted to share is there's a lot of there was a fan project dedicated to this. That yeah, seeing trailers and everything, the coolest thing ever. God, yeah, I remember watching the original trailers and being like so into it. Uh, Genuinely, probably one of the best advertising campaigns. I don't think the other ones really, other games really went. I mean, Toontown was probably the closest. Toontown was great. Fusion Fall though, the ads like where they showed you the monsters transforming, the one where like the guy fights with a piece of meat against a vending machine was like really really good. I always loved that one. Uh, yeah, I strongly encourage because like I play it a lot, and hey, you know maybe I may or may not organize Fusion Fall game sessions because the server do exist. Retribution's great. Uh, but I want to quickly talk about this old art of like people doing like a old art for other Fusion Fall projects because I just want to admire it a little bit because one of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to rank a whole bunch of like characters that weren't added to the game in some way, form, or not. And this is like, hey, make a little funny wish list. Obviously, this will work better if you have any idea of anything from Cartoon Network. If you don't know anything about Cartoon Network, that probably will distance you even more. uh, but yeah. Just had a phone call to get done. What I missed? We are not talking about Fusion Fall, Cartoon Network MMO. It is peak. Um, so yeah, if you don't know anything about Cartoon Network, I'm so sorry. This might sound like a lot of gibberish to you. Camp Lazlo, yes. Camp Lazlo is one of the shows represented in the original game. It has whole areas dedicated to it, but there's like no characters or NPCs. And there was like a fan project that was going to add characters based on Camp Lazlo, and like Master what was like a Master Grump, like a Camp Master Grumpus, or whatever his name was, Laszlo. I think it was not Buford, like a Ranald, the duck guy, and then there was like, you know the character. It's been a while since I watched it, but like I always was like so sad it never happened, and I found like a person uploaded all their concept art, and I just wanted to admire it. It's like so good because Fusion Fall is all about like adapting characters to like the anime art style that were originally cartoon characters, and it's just so good. It works perfectly. Yeah. Is it safe to download? It is. I can confirm Retribution is safe to download, and if you're not comfortable with it, Open Fusion does exist. Open Fusion is basically just like the original version of the game, and you can like host it yourself. It's very, very safe. Scoutmaster Lumpus. That's it. Thank you, thank you. Gumball was in Fusion Fall Heroes, but I'm not sure if he was in the original game. Fun fact, Fusion Fall Heroes is mostly composed of a lot of like scrapped assets from the original game. Gumball is literally like his model in Fusion Fall Heroes is based on his nano design. And if you know anything about Fusion Fall, the nanos are like the little pocket buddies that you get for leveling up and doing stuff in the game, and they follow you around. And they have their own voice lines and they have powers. And Gumball was like one of the free code nanos near the end of the game's lifespan, but he looked really bad. So, and they just reused it for Fusion Ball Heroes. Anyways, what I miss? I'm gonna have someone explain in chat. I can't. I can't do it again. It won't take too long. A friend of mine is a big Fusion fan, and we love Fusion Ball fans in this house. So Raj, that's his name, Raj. Yeah, Raj. I don't know what it is, but Raj looks so adorable here. I love him so much. And I love like the little nano concepts of here, and also Grandpa Max is just here. He's really good. Gotta go. See ya. Have a good time. Good luck at work. Yeah, and there's more obviously. This is just This is just the first page I wanted to look at. There was also Steven Universe stuff with the concept art drawn, which I really like. I love. I mean, Steven just kind of makes sense. I imagine he would look really good in this art aesthetic. I really, really like it here. I'm not really like Steven Universe. I'm not like crazy into it, but I've always liked the character designs, and what could have been. Yes, my favorite Camp Lazlo character, Grandpa Max. Yeah, apparently that was like there for an in-joke, according to the original concept artist, which I thought was funny. Yeah, this is a simple one, so I don't need to hang on it for very long. I'm gonna quickly delete these though. And then there's this freaky thing of Captain Knuckles. Like these concepts go so hard. I think Captain Knuckles was always going to be one that would probably be like really hard to adapt. But this looks pretty good, all things considered. I'm a really big fan of Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. And I think this looks really good. Like, this is probably the best you could probably adapt. And he's like, obviously he's got the weird head. He's the fish, but you got his wooden claw hand, his weird legs. He looks good. But he's also just gross, which I like. If you're making Knuckles, he still has to look kind of gross, you know, because that's his thing. He's kind of gnarly. Imagine a Jeff Nano. Oh god. Imagine a Fred Burger Nano. He looks really good though. I really like this. Flapjack was added in one of the latter updates of the game. He got a Nano. Bubby was kind of there, but they never. Stormalong Harbor was apparently supposed to be a future area added, but they never got around to it, which saddens me every day. Oh, it's such a shame. And then obviously, we all know who this is. Chowder! That Greek! I can't. you know the meme. You know the meme. It got me acting unwise. Chowder. Where's the thrice cream chowder? This looks really good. Mung, I love Mung. It's a shame that he never got to be added in a fan version of the game or like any version at all. Like Chowder got to be in. He's great. I love Chowder. Schnitzel got to be in. He didn't get a nano, but he's there. The pucker, very weird things. Why did he make Mong a Tumblr sexy man? He was always a Tumblr sexy man. This is just a fact. He was always sick with it. He's married. He fucks. You take the moon, and you take the moon, and you take the moon, and you take the moon. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, this was really, really good. I really like this render. And then what was the next one? Oh, yeah, this is the one I want to talk about. So, the delightful children from down the lane. I love Kids Next Door. Kids Next Door was probably one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. I'm so sad I never got a sequel, but I've always loved the aesthetic of like just the weird kid inventions. I love the character designs; they're really good, and adapted into Fusion Fall, they're even better. They're like so good. Uh, it's a shame they were never added as like actual characters, but there's like items referencing them in the game. Those are the characters I want to talk about though. All right, where is the thing I did want to share? Yeah, here we go. Actually, I'll wait to get to that. We're gonna share this funny thing, cause I like this. I really like this a lot. This is a really good gag. Frankie from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends and Mandark. For what I read of like the description of the concept art, it's because like in the main game, Mandark has like a little construction area next to like the Foster's Home house. Uh, and it never comes into play like ever. It's just kind of like a background detail. It's never used in a quest or anything. And this is kind of making a joke about like, oh yeah, like this is probably like what happened before it got turned into what it is now. Mandark totally wanted to like blow it up, and Frankie's like, no. Literally yeah, literally the damn Daniel meme. It's so good. It's so good. There was like I think that probably came out around this time. There was a steamed hams meme they made as well, where it was like a Ben 10's like Albedo. It was really actually I'm gonna see if I can find that really quick because that was also funny. I can't let that go. Yeah, here we go. I gotta bring this here. Yeah, Fusion Albedo, and it's like, yes, and you call yourself Ben Tennyson despite the fact you are obviously red. He's like, well, I should. It's this Steam is so good. Like that. That's why I was like, okay, I have to do this on stream. Steamed hams, it comes full circle. Yeah, it's a cool idea. I like it a lot. All these guys give me Hunter x Hunter vibes. The aesthetic is kind of Hunter x Hunter. I wouldn't be surprised if the creator, the artist, kind of got inspired by that aesthetic as well. All right. And then I found this old concept of like another character. Um, so who? Everyone, I don't know how many people here know. Actually, no, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait before we get to that because that's fun. Uh, so we love the Eds here in this community. You know what always makes me sad about Fusion Fall? I never had Rolf. I never had Rolf. That feels like a crime. And like hindsight, like you had the Ed boys, you had the Cankers, but you didn't have Rolf. And I remember like whenever the one of the fan projects was getting off the ground, Rolf was supposed to be one of the characters that would be eventually added. And I'm like, man, what we could have had. I'm so sad we never got Rolf. Because Rolf just like, I want to see him in this art style so bad. He'd be so cool. And I just want to hear his voice lines. One day we'll get it, but yeah, Death Note parody Godzone. Imagine seeing Chalmers and Skinner in the Fusion Fall style. Yeah! It'd be so good. Another buff to the son of the shepherd? What were they thinking? It's so good. And then obviously there's this. This is like another con stuff. I know this was like this was also teased. Goo from Foster's Home was supposed to be added as like a future NPC. Harriman is already in the game, so I'm pretty sure this is just like an extra new art because I don't think he had official art. And then Madame Foster, who is just a kindly old lady, is so good. Yeah, I just want to also highlight Frankie is like the best looking character in this game. I love her original art so much. She's like amazing. There's the fan project that in Retribution they updated her model so much. She literally looks like she's just this image of her. It's like perfect. It's genuinely amazing. But yeah, I like Foster's Home. Can you tell? And before we continue, there's apparently a very funny sketch that's really old. They said of like Terrence, Mac's older bully brother, and I just had to pull this on screen because it just looks funny. It just looks goofy. Like obviously this was like a rough draft, and definitely they said it could definitely very much be improved. But I love it because like you always picture his eyes being so wide open, and he's got like the weird funny mouth. I really like it. I don't know why I've always liked Mac's older brother as a character. He's just kind of like funny. He's pathetically bad, but in a funny way. I just like him a lot. It's a Law Chaos character now I think about it. Imagine Gravity Falls in the Fusion Fall art style? Dude, imagine. Alright, well, let's skip past these. And then we're going to go on to the ones I really want to talk about, because again, big Kids Next Door, crazy. I love Kids Next Door so much. One of the things I want to do on stream was like, hey, what if I just made like a tier list of like, or like a wish list of all the characters I would want to see, and if there was more Fusion Fall updates made by fans, and there's definitely going to be more. But like, what characters would I want to see that are not in the game whatsoever? Numbers 362 is like so cool, man. She's so cool. Like I've always liked her design. Like you know, like the one part of the show where like she chews through like a whole wall of broccoli to get the father, and she's like holding him by the neck, like tag me, tag me, tag me, and she's like threateningly trying to put broccoli in father's mouth. It's like so badass. She's so cool. Like I love her so much. It's such a shame she's not in the game. I love her character to bits. I'm late. Don't worry. We're just kind of chilling, vibing. Oh yeah. Let me. I kind of want to play it on stream. Can I play it on stream? I know what the video is. Candy. Here we go. It's 362. 362. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Alright, here we go. There we go. I need to put this on up because it's awesome and she's so cool. Don't make me yucky broccoli, Daddy. Daddy, no. It's like, it's so good. Okay, let me. I'm gonna make sure the volume's not too loud, of course.
Rachel, no, it's suicide. Oh, at least put some cheese on it.
Cheese on it.
Hey, how'd you get in here? What? No, get off me. Help! No!
Tag me!
No.
Tag me! Tag me!
Broccoli, please! No! Hey, you're it! Now get that cursed vegetable away from me! Daddy, don't make me eat the yucky broccoli. Please, Daddy.
Like, it's so dark, but it's like so freaking cool. Like, oh my god, like she's a badass in this universe. Like she's like imagine how cool she would be in like Fusion Fall. I need this so bad. Tag me! Like she like I love it, like she like she was so ready to punch his lights out and force feed it to him if he didn't do it. Why is he British? I think Nigel has always been British. He's just like that. Nigel Uno reporting. Father was in Part-Time Explosion. He was in that. I do like him in that. He's really cool. Yeah, we're talking about Fusion Fall and just characters I want to see in it. So yeah, Ed 362. I think this is also 86. This is her like her protege. But like 362. I want 362 way more than 86. I just think she looks cool. I think she's awesome. I think she's a badass. She has some cool equipment that she uses in the show that I would like to see added to the game. Yeah, I know nothing about this show, for the record. I strongly encourage you give it a watch. It's the first season's pretty good, but then it's like one of those weird shows. It didn't go on for very long, but like there was a story, there was an overall plot. It has a very good world building. Like it's genuinely impressive how much world building there is to this show. G360 looks like an animator, yeah, and like here she does, because like this was like a fan art, like if they added her to Fusion Fall, and obviously yeah, like yeah, the art style is really good. I just want to see her, like I want to see it fully adapted and finished. Yeah, she's cool. Add her, do it now. And then I was debating like, hey, there's like a whole tier list of like characters that don't have nanos already, and characters who already have them, and then characters who got them. I don't know. I don't know. It's not much of a cartoon person. Honestly, fair. I'm also not much of. I don't watch TV or movies or cartoons much at all. It takes a lot for me to like watch something. Which makes disaster movies all the more like special. Yeah, I don't blame anybody. I think the best way to experience the KND is to play Fusion Fall, because they're awesome. Was Eddie's older brother in Fusion Fall? Surprisingly not. That's also a character I probably would have liked to see added. Granted, I think Rolf and the other cul-de-sac kids probably get priority over Eddie's brother, because his brother is like, you know, dick. And also Vivi Argos, yeah! The Secret Saturdays were like characters that were like on the border of being added within the time frame of Fusion Fall ending. And a lot of fan projects have added a lot of the Secret Saturdays content. Johnny Test was added. Johnny Test is like, oh, that's right. Hyperfixations. Hey, it's true. It's true. I need an excuse to like ramble about this shit. Yeah, like Johnny Test was, of all the fucking, like, you think, oh, Steven Universe is not in the game. Adventure Time kinda in the game. There's like a lot of stuff that isn't in the game, but Johnny Test and Dookie got into the game, and Johnny even got a whole nano. He's not in like Retribution, but he's like in the. Oh god, it is so funny how, and there's even a whole bunch of Johnny Test exclusive items that he sells you, which is so funny. Like that Johnny Test got more representation in Fusion Fall than a lot of other IPs. Like. And it's like, I love it genuinely. Like, I never really was crazy about Johnny Test, but like, I love the fact that like it's in Fusion Fall at all. And he's probably like one of the nanos I use all the time. I should really play this? You should! It's not that complex of a game. It's fun, it's simple, it's chill. People on the community servers are pretty chill. They're very cooperative and helpful. I would definitely recommend it. Mr. Interface are crying right now. Good. I guess, no, I can't really put John here because, like, his nano isn't in the game. The current build of the game. Yeah. I'm probably not doing this tier list, though, because, like, this is a lot. I do be a little itty-bitty tired. They added older characters from the Boomerang shows. I know there's, like, a whole area. There's like a whole thing that in the game where, like, it's dedicated exclusively to Hanna-Barbera. It's called like the Hanna-Barbera Ruins or something like that, where it's like all the like the classic characters they obviously couldn't fit in for one reason or another. Oh no, what is with Gumball? Yeah, Gumball was like Gumball did not get added to the game. He got added as like a nano and he looked gross. I think Gumball here, this is like a fan design of one of the many fan designs people had for when they tried adding him. Utonium and Jack portraits back to back is just like the cooler Daniel. Honestly, I mean, yeah. The question is who is the cooler one? I think Professor Utonium is the cooler Daniel in this situation because he's Professor Utonium. He's got that smooth, sultry voice. It's not sultry. He's just got a good voice, I guess. Right, top up. This is Marlon. Thanks for having me. Yeah, hey, it's good to have you. I really like this. What I hate playing MMOs. I don't blame you. MMOs are not for everybody. I think especially Fusion Fall is like a little, especially because it's an older Cartoon Network MMO. It's very simple. Retribution kind of fixes up a lot of the mechanics to make combat more fun, but at the end of the day, it's very simplistic. It's a game I usually boot up old MMOs when I just want to vibe and play something simple and not like think too hard. Fusion Fall is really great for that. That's why I really like it. God, I'm gonna play now. I have the game open. Do I play it? Do I play a little bit? You know what? Fuck it. I have it here. I'll boot it up. You can see my terrible, goofy character. Wowie! It's me in real. And this is probably gonna be weird for all the people who have never seen anything in Fusion Fall, which makes it even better. Yeah. Oh man, this game is such a vibe. I love it so much. I also just like the story and the idea of the setting in general. How they bend over backwards to a lot of stuff work. It's great. It's so goofy. It's great. Oh, my avatar looks amazing. Thank you. I care a lot about like fashion. Whenever I play MMO, I will admit. This run through of Fusion Fall, my character is way goofier. I went with the pompadour because I just always thought this pompadour looked really silly. And yeah, still the Baconator. Yeah, I even got like added the name, got it in my online name, which is even better. It's perfect. Let me quickly change out a couple things. I don't like this. Yeah. Fusion Fall is really cool. It's really epic, and you want to see the best thing in the game. You want to see like chicken courage. This great, wonderful model of this poor little dog. This is still probably one of the weirdest models in the game. Oh my god, I love. Fusion Fall has its jank. Some designs are way better than others, and I think it's even more fun when the designs are just like weird. Courage is definitely one of those. Oh, he's so weird. Looks like a clown, kind of like the Fangame character from there. Yeah, kinda. Who's the goofy eye? That's me! I'm the goofy eye anime man. What did they do to Courage? Oh, if you think Courage is bad, you should look up images of Blue. Google search Blue Fusion Fall and be horrified. That's probably the most infamous example of what Blue is like in this game. It's great. The models can be so gross. Oh my god. Yeah. What was I gonna do? I don't even remember what I was doing. What was I doing? Oh god, Norman. Oh god, Norman. Oh man. Oh man, indeed. Let me quickly get back over to the cool place. And I can show off some outfits. Hebla is the goofy anime man. We all love. True, I am a goofster. I'm a literal cartoon. Onion, drink, jeez. I just saw in the chat. Oh god, you're right. Blue's model is so. It's been a constant fan effort to update that model, and Blue was done so dirty. It is so hilarious how bad he looks. Because a lot of the Foster's characters have amazing redesigns for this. But Blue is like, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what they did. Like, I figure he would be the simplest of them all to adapt. We know, wrong way.
I'm richer than you know.
What could I do? I do have, like, an ideal look I'd like to do at some point. Obviously, the look I have now is pretty good. The top's kind of just a filler right now. And I'm holding on to these pants because I like how these pants look a lot better with this. Looks really, really nice. This game looks like with Cartoon Network, Kingdom Hearts with Cartoon Network characters. It basically is, except they all live in the same universe. And they have to bend over backwards to explain how that is even possible. It's good. It's great. I love how they try to do it. Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot wear this right now because I need better equipment, and this is better. So yeah, the game is cool. It is mostly more of like it is more action combat, and you get like little floaty buddy nanos to help you out. And then you usually get to pick between like 4 main storylines that give you unique rewards. And they're all based on, like, different guides and such and such. What hell happens to Wilt? Wilt's fine. What are you talking about? Wilt's all good. Wilt's fine. He's just a little guy. That's a little Wilt. Itty bitty Wilt. Yeah, I think, like, I always pick Ed. Because I love Dexter in this game. I think his design is awesome. I think his character is cool. But like, I've never picked him. Ben 10 is like, of course, yeah, he's like Mr. Cartoon Network, I feel like sometimes. But I've never really cared for a lot of his missions. It's usually bomb defusal stuff. Which is like, oh yeah, Fusion Fall, you pick Ben, you do a lot of bomb defusal. They're like, huh? What? Yeah, Dexter is like really, really good. He's so good. I'll say this: I want an Overwatch clone with adult Cartoon Network, Adult Swim characters. You can get at least half of that with Fusion Fall Heroes. Not really, but I mean, it really tried to be that. And then Mojo Jojo, obviously, he's like, you want to be a little bit of a villain, but it's like, I don't really think too much about it. Double D is Double D. Who wouldn't want to help Double D? It's also like the one where if you like a lot of Foster's Home stuff, this is like the way to go. I feel like this is where you get a lot of more Foster's Home style equipment. So yeah, I think Ed is the GOAT. So even though I am doing Ed, you all could do other stuff if you ever played this, and you would have a very different experience. It should be in Law. Yeah, I think there's a lot. I think if you want to talk about Cartoon Network characters that could be in Law, I feel like you wouldn't not run out of options for a long time. There's just way too many. Amy, Yumi, and my old Law. I debate sometimes adding Cartoon Network characters. The problem is I'm also just like I'm not too crazy into like TV stuff anymore. So I know I would have to like binge watch a whole bunch of stuff if I wanted to add a character from like Foster's or like K&D. Cartoon Network TF2? Kind of like a Cartoon Network TF2, but more of an MMO, I guess. And more anime. Cartoon Network TF2, anime, yeah, and more action combat. But I guess it is kind of, I mean, TF2 is a class-based shooter, and there's no classes in this. There's just, like, weapon types, And then there's like nanos, which are like your main like other fighting thing, and they all have like 3 different types and a whole bunch of powers and stuff they do. Eh. All right, how long? I didn't want to. I just kind of wanted to ramble about Fusion Fall. How long? How much longer? There was the Cartoon Network from that game. That's right. I do remember that was a thing. I remember there was like a whole bunch. Oh no! OBS Studio is disconnecting. Reconnection successful. Oh, well, heck. Hope that's okay. I must add TV characters when a show melts in the back of my brain. Yeah. Something has to really stick back there. I will admit, I am kind of getting tired. It is. We've been going for 2 hours. I think I'm pretty satisfied with this length of time. So I'll probably just like chill. If anyone has any final Q&A, feel free to ask. Any questions at all? Any requests? Granted, I don't know how many requests I'll be able to fulfill. I'm more so like thinking questions. This is regular, easy questions. Which songs do I think could have been done better? Robotnik versus X should go live an hour. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That's gonna be interesting. Which songs do you think have been done? I don't. I mean, you had to specify like what songs from what. I took a nap earlier, so I am good. I could probably use a nap. I'm not much of a nap person, honestly. Once it's bright out, it takes a lot to knock me out again. Which Smash game mode do you think should be represented in Lawl? Coin battle. I don't know how I can give a serious answer to that. Like I think coin battle is not even in the newer Smash games. That was like a brawl thing. I don't. It's like coin battle is just funny. Is fan server recent Nor? This Fusion Fall Retribution is not too recent. It's been around for like I think a couple years now. It's slow in development because obviously this is all done for like free. It has to be for free. Because if it is with that would make Dexter more likely for chaos. I will fully admit, as much as I want to do Fusion Fall Dexter, I would more so have to wait until like there's another project that's hopefully finishing. Fusion Fall projects usually come and die all the time. But there's like they're trying to resurrect Fusion Fall Heroes specifically. And in that game, Dexter was just straight up a playable character, and he had like physical moves. He had like octopus arms for like tech, and they held a lot of guns. So like that would be that would help a lot if I wanted to make a move set for it. So I would rather wait to know if that ever got finalized before doing it. So I will readily confirm Fusion Fall Dexter is probably not happening right now. Maybe not for a good bit either. You ever thought of doing a video on scrapped Lawl fighters? I think that's a video I would honestly feel more comfortable leaving to Mirai. I know a lot of people like talking about scrapped fighters. But I feel like, I don't know, I don't really have much to add. Like, what would I say? Oh, that'd be cool, that'd be neat. I think it's better when we nail it down to, like, assist trophies. It's just, assist trophies are way more interesting to talk about being playable. Or characters from the same series that you'd like to see. Stuff like that's more fun, rather than just talking about scrap stuff. I mean, scrap stuff usually has a pretty simple answer. Yeah, sure. Okay. Do it. They're all, because scrap characters usually get scrapped for a good reason. They don't, it's usually like a lot of work. And it's like, yeah, I mean, of course they'd be neat, but I'd be saying the same thing every single time. I want to do a video about Law fighters who got scrapped after the moveset. I'm like, yeah, I think you've said that. I would gladly like to see that from you. I think would have a lot more to add to the subject than I would. And when you should do that, I agree. I think there is a debate, a good topic. Like, when is it good to scrap a Law character? Because I feel like sometimes like characters get revealed way too early, and then they get scrapped, and it's like, oh, okay, jeez, that's nice. Yeah, I think I think it's a very fun topic to talk about. And I will always say, hey, it just goes back to don't reveal too many characters. Keep it small and simple. When you're confident you can finish them, and you have an idea. Thank you. You're very welcome. Yeah. Yeah. Also, anything else I missed? What character who was not made in Law yet but really should have been? It's a loaded question. I think. I don't know. Uh, I guess like I can end off with some ideas I want to do in the future. Because I do have a vague idea for something I want to do. Uh, what was it? Oh yeah, Scap said in a previous stream we did about how like if we could add another character, and maybe it wasn't like Scap, but just in general was talking about Law Nova. How if I could pick another character from a series represented in Law Nova to be added, uh, how many series would I pick or something like that? I would really like to do that. That's actually probably I wouldn't be surprised if that was like my next stream I did. Uh, I like the idea of talking about Law Nova representation because it's just that big. They're like, okay, what if you did want to do more? Also, I could talk about Timmy's mom again. I'm a sucker mom. What about cancel laws like El Neo, Sky Blue, or Wildfire? Um, that'd be interesting. Lol UHF did a cut down recently. I didn't actually know that. I think I saw that video, but I didn't see what was cut out of it. How hasn't Timmy been done yet? Also, good question. Are you trying to make sure every moveset at least partially planned before adding them? My thought process whenever I decide characters, I only ever consider, and that's consider specifically a character, is if I can come up with an entire list of special moves, the final smash, everything. If I can come up with a core design, and then maybe I at least try to make sure normal moves are reasonably possible, uh, in some shape or form. Then I will consider them, because you really need to know it's gotta work out. Real ass Waluigi, what the fuck is real ass Waluigi? Everything I touch dies. Let's A. Yeah. That's usually like my biggest suggestion for when you come up with characters, because that way, if you have a full moveset, you at least know that okay, they're possible. Then it comes to the part of okay, do you actually want to do them? Have you evaluated the energy that it would take to animate them, and are you willing to go through that? That's usually what determines if I finalize a character or not. It's Waluigi with a live action ass. Just a live action ass? It's just his ass? It's just his ass is just real ass? It's just, is he just caked up with a real ass? And it's just Waluigi's standard model? Oh man. I know what you probably mean. Waluigi Shoe! That's my favorite character. When are they adding Waluigi's shoe to Law Chaos? I when then we need to make Waluigi's other shoe his Echo Fighter. What game developer like Sakurai you think should be down at Law? Kojima? I guess Reggie's not like a game developer, but I think he'd be entertaining. Although I feel like his time might have come and gone because he's not the head of Nintendo anymore. I guess Miyazaki, that guy, I think that's his name, the Dark Souls guy. What if you wanted to make that sounds like a Chin idea actually now that I think about it. Like, okay, I'm gonna make a Dark Souls character, but it's not the main protagonist or one of the bosses. It's like, what do you do then? Obviously, I make the guy who made it because he was insane. Satoru Iwata, I think that would also be interesting. I think Satoru Iwata is very iconic. My body is ready. Miyamoto would also be funny. I think there's room because there's all those puppet skits. Obviously the Smash Bros. 4 stuff. Yeah, I think there's I think that there's ideas there. Todd Howard should be unscratched for Crack Bros. I feel so bad about Todd Howard. Todd Howard's a funny idea as well, I'll admit. I love the idea. That's like sounds like a funny joke character idea or like a boss character who makes the opponent glitchy and does and non-functional. That sounds terrible in the best way. I think Todd Howard would be great. He should also give you a. He should also have a down special or a grab that gives you a helmet and it's like full of mold, and you gotta like shake the control stick to shake it off. Gaben should be done. Gaben is also up there. Gaben is like a definitely a character like that I would like to see revisited. Gaben's good. Gaben at valvesoftware.com. I could be reached at Gaben. 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 Gaben at valvesoftware.com. Gaben. 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 Sorry. John Romero is good. I also really like John Romero. John Romero was like a great final set from I forget like what the Law's name was, but like at this point because it stopped, it canceled. But I love that was like such a good final set. There's more game devs than Law I remember. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Sega to Sansuro, yes, Sega to Sansuro. I would like to see that. What's your favorite recent Law spinoff in the community era? I feel pretty confident about like a Immortal. That's what it was. Yeah. Thank you guys for reminding me. Thank you. Law Immortal, rest in peace. It wasn't very immortal after all, but I love that Law so much. I wish I got into the community way faster. I feel like I don't know. Sometimes I think if I gave more awesome feedback and like talked about it more praising, I think they wouldn't have canceled. But it is what it is. Uh, well, favorite recent Law spinoff, like spinoff specifically, I am pretty. Let me see. Law Aether has honestly kind of. I feel very confident about Law Aether. I can't wait to see more from it. Uh, I forget what the other one was called that has coconuts. The Law Retro. That's what its name. Law Retro. Law Retro, genuinely fantastic set. Really, really great. That Law had so many peak character choices. If we're talking about a Law that had like peak character choices that like was gone too soon, like that's the one. That's the one for me, man. There's like so many live action characters there that I don't see how anyone else would touch in this community. It's such a shame, man. It's such a shame. Lol, so retro. Yo. Alright. We are approaching a time that is quite late So I am gonna pack it up. We were just discussing this random topics. This last Q&A before I finish up for the day. All right. I will see you all in the future whenever I think of something else to do. I want to at least do one more stream before I go to college. That would be nice. Maybe I'll do a video on that new game by the Danganronpa creator. That'd be sick. But yeah. All right. Play Fusion of All, y'all. Play Fusion of All Retribution. It's really peak. See y'all. Bye bye.